Alright, right now we're about to work on a MacBook 13-inch model Alpha 1181. This one here we're going to be doing the screen on it. As you can see, this one's got a fair amount of damage on it. And so, first and foremost, you can take this whole laptop apart to do this, but it's not necessary. It takes a little bit of work at the end to get the last pieces off, but it saves a whole lot of time and frustration in the process without having to remove the whole top of the laptop. Now, what you're going to need is a small screwdriver, Phillips screwdriver, and a small flat tip screwdriver. For safety purposes, I also went ahead and removed the battery and everything out of it. Now, I'm going to take my flat tip screwdriver, I'm going to start right down here in the bottom corner and just kind of pry it loose, and then I'm going to slowly work my way around. It'll have to pop loose right up here. You're going to bring it down and around, and it's going to pop loose down here at the bottom as well. Alright, and that just pops off right there. Be mindful when you're taking this off of these little gray pieces right here. These things are the clips that hold the cover on, and so if you lose those or they get damaged, it's going to be a nightmare getting that thing back on for you. Now, I've already taken off most of these screws, but you're going to have screws that hold this in right along here. You're going to have several on the sides, 6 on the sides, 4 on the top, and then 2 more holding in the webcam. The ones holding in the webcam are smaller, so kind of keep those separate. And once you get those loose, you're going to pop this forward, and it's going to come right out. Now, from here, you have 2 on the top, 2 screws on the top holding it in, 3 screws on the left side, and 2 screws on the right. Now, when you're removing these, always be mindful of these wires coming up, because you got some for the Wi-Fi, you've got some for your webcam and everything, and so you don't want to damage any of those wires or anything. Take that piece off. Now these will just slide back here. Watch out for that tape. Now we can go ahead and unhook your video cable right there on the back of it. Now this is your small cable connecting down to the bottom. You're going to have to take off 3 screws right here on the bottom of this hinge, and you're just going to have to pry it back a little bit. I used my Phillips screwdriver, or flat tip screwdriver, excuse me, to pry it back, and it connects right down in there. And you just kind of have to pop it out, and you'll be able to get that thing off. Now, my new screen right here. Just got it in yesterday. First thing I'm going to do is actually reconnect that one wire I was just talking about. So that's going to go right down in here. Goes. Now, next thing I'm going to do is reconnect this ribbon cable for the screen itself, and then carefully lay out these pieces right here back into place. And then begin putting these screws right here back in. And most of this is just going to be cut out because there's no point in keeping all this extra crap in here. Okay, now that I've gotten these screws back on right here, I'm just going to go ahead and swing this right back up in here into place. Again, being mindful of these wires, because like this is trying to do right now, just try to pop out. Alright, now before I go ahead and close it up, I'm going to actually verify that the screen works. And so I'm going to lift this up. Pop my battery into place.